this. All right, so the ground rules for this episode are we just aren't going to talk about any game that wasn't at E3. And that will...
That's a step on me.
Madrid can...
Please.
We're going to have to cut that little ad-lib in, Nessa. Please.
Oh, D-E-H-H.
Oh, I might as well talk about this in the pre-show. Overwatch 2, yeah.
Yeah, D-E-H-H, guest. Cool.
Clown shoes.
Oh, doesn't have no guest. Okay, that makes sense. D-E-H-H, yes.
Let me get these notes up. Okay. Is everybody on the dock?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Josh, can you see mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So we in this.
Mm-hmm. We're bringing up the notes.
No, I was asking Chris if he got on.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. What is that piece of technology you got there?
This guy?
Yeah.
Surface Pro 6.
Surface Pro 6?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
It's nice.
What purposes do you use it for?
Well, I just got it yesterday, so making a bunch of lists. I mean, but it can pretty much do anything like that guy can do.
Okay.
It's pretty strong.
Just something to have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's nice to be able to stream from my laptop and also still have notes and shit put up in front of me.
Okay.
And be able to search the web easily.
Oh.
Very nice.
Yeah. And you can draw on it.
You can draw on it. Yeah.
You can draw on it here.
Oh, yeah. I picked up a how to draw manga book the other day.
Uh-oh.
By the end of the year. Just wait on it.
Just wait on it.
I have it. It's an early 2000s one.
Jalen, remember those character models you wanted?
How to draw manga from the early 2000s? Oh,
From
yeah.
the early 2000s.
The
yeah.
classic one, we just got to trace over it?
Yeah.
Your boy's been learning C this entire time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what?
I got the general vision ready, too.
All right. Y'all ready to roll?
Bust it.
Oh, God.
All right. Give you a second.
I looked at the title, was like, oh.
99.
Yeah.
That's-
E3 99.
Ooh, we're getting here.
That's just a...
Next week is we got this tequila that we'll figure out at some point.
I was going to drink some more beer and then just pour some in.
Yeah. Do it like a little grizz.
Yeah, you get it.
Should have brought lime.
Yeah.
That was on y'all. Y'all had beer.
Yeah, right.
Wait,
I went to the gas station right by your house.
but lime
they
needs
didn't have
tequila.
one.
Yeah. Lime needs tequila.
No, tequila needs the lime.
That's it.
They're codependent.
You ready to rock and roll?
All right. So kicking off E3 2019. It has been an amazing week. It has been, we talked last week about how leaks were happening left and right, and there was still a lot at this show that we didn't know, or like things that we knew about that we didn't see that are a lot cooler that we saw it. But starting off, the first day was EA Play, and they had a few live streams, and going through this episode, we're only talking about games that were at E3, and we are just going to talk about the games from each press conference that we actually are either going to play or going to have a significant piece to talk about, or are like, we gotta talk Cyberpunk. We just, yeah.
It's mandatory.
Yeah. So
Yes,
games that are
yes.
just straight up mandatory are on this list as well. So starting off, EA Play, they had a Jedi Fallen Order gameplay stream that was hosted by Greg from Kinda Funny. So I was just all the way on board.
I mean, it's a new Star Wars game. I have to see what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My problem with that game currently, of what they've shown, is it's too slow for me.
I was thinking stiff.
Yeah, stiff.
I'll give you
Stiff's
that.
a good way to put it.
I mean,
I don't feel like it's
Like,
fluid
even
enough
the
to
wall
feel like a
running is
Jedi.
stiff.
Yeah, because the
And it's a
combat is
Respawn
like
game.
is closer to like a Dark Souls.
They
type.
did say earlier that it was gonna have that Dark Souls like combat.
Yeah, so like slow pace, more strategic, and then like a lot of the people you fight aren't hoes. Like I seen somebody get force pulled and they like put in their staff to like stop from being like
Yeah.
pulled and shit.
And I mean,
it looks promising.
boss fights, like Star Wars games that have good boss fights, I have no reason to like feel that this game isn't just going to be.
I mean, if they just like loosen up the animation a little bit,
And
I feel like the game will just like
open up
I
a
don't.
lot.
Yeah, but also I don't know how the game feels.
Right. And I feel like this is a game we're going to definitely get more information about this game as time goes on, and we're going to see more and more of this game. And I mean, this game still has time to improve.
Yeah, who says it's gonna actually remain this stiff?
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
It's Respawn.
It probably
Like,
is, though.
I actually have the faith in Respawn that they can. Because even some of the Titans were like slow, methodical, but they still had like good feeling movement in Titanfall 2.
They might double down on stiffness. Who knows?
Hopefully not.
Yeah,
But
we need a
speaking
good
of-
single player.
You need a good single player. Yeah, I mean, like, it's going to be a great single player Star Wars game that is in
I'm
a
just
really
saying-
interesting part of Star Wars history.
But I will say this: it makes the Empire look more and more incompetent because this is what number of Jedi that got away from Order 66? Like before, it was like they've exterminated all but 2. But now it's like,
Exterminated all but like 25.
yeah,
Yeah.
But on the Respawn thing, the next game that was shown on that EA Play live stream, because they didn't really have a traditional press conference. So the other game they showed of significance to us, because they showed Madden, they showed Sims, they showed Battlefield 5. But the other one is Apex. They announced
Yeah.
a new hero, Watson.
Watson.
She looks really cool. She's a character that plays a lot of the different roles and a lot of the different. She can be offensive, defenses, or like support.
What's her class? Is she like support or?
probably something
Defense.
special like Bloodhound. Like
Ah,
Bloodhound
yeah.
is his own thing.
It's like a recon or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she could be recon, honestly, just because a lot of her backstory and lore is from the fact that
She's support.
She's support.
Yeah.
A lot of her backstory is the fact that her father was the architect of the arena, and she grew up literally in the arena, like crawling in and out of like little passageways and stuff. So her knowledge of the map, she's a support, but she like lays down traps and lays down like she can put up an
Oh, no, that's gonna
electric
be
I
fence.
think her
when you're getting chased
her
down in the firefight.
passive buffs your like ult charge time.
Oh yeah, and if she
Like,
uses
for the
an
whole
ultimate
team.
accelerant,
That's dope.
it just goes to 100%. Like once you finish, like it's not a. So you could, and then her ultimate, I want to say,
Damn, she sounds S tier.
yeah, she.
Yeah.
And I mean,
So it's gonna be Lifeline Watson.
everyone else.
Wraith,
Bangalore.
Wraith because of her hitbox.
Didn't
Yeah.
they fix that?
No.
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 She's still the smallest character in the game.
Yeah,
That's
like
fair.
you would legit miss her. It's like, bro, what the fuck?
But hopefully they deal with some of these hitbox issues in season 2, because season 2 is coming July 2nd.
Yeah.
And when season 2 comes, is Storm Rising. They said they're going to have their first map event, and they teased that it would be that invasion that Josh was talking about coming to Apex.
Oh, the
that
monsters?
like, yeah,
Yeah.
monsters are going to invade the map, and that seems to be coming at the beginning of season 2. And hopefully they change some of the, because they're not doing like Fortnite where like one day a map will look like this and then the next day like it's a drastic change, but they're working at a pace that like every season now they could just update the map, like change a couple locations, add something, take something away,
Move
like
a couple walls.
yeah,
Add
Like-
rope.
Change the drop rates at different locations. Dropping in the slums is just like low tier loot. It's like fuck. And like 30 other people drop there. So.
yeah, everyone's there. You're
And then
not
also
getting a gun.
loot ship brawls. Like,
The loot ship has been dead lately. I don't know what they did to it.
Really?
There
Yeah.
must not be as good loot
cowards.
on it.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like the loot
Just
has been
cowards.
trash.
Damn.
All
Because
right.
loot ship always had like it always had one purple up there.
Yeah.
Nah, that shit would
Once you go
have
downstairs.
golds up there.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
really?
It used to.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You used to be able to get like a helmet and a vest, just
Purpled out already.
gold,
Gold, that's it?
just randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or either that or a dumb weapon.
Yeah.
There was always good stuff on the
And they
airship, but
always
that
had
was
like the
brawl.
upgrades with it, so you were already stacked and ready.
Good times, good times. But we're on season 2, and
We'll see
I
where
mean,
it go.
that game needs new content.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
And it's getting new
they've
content.
dropped some shit.
Yeah. And they're bringing back one gun that apparently was out for a while, so none of us played enough to really be tuned in, but they added some cool things. Like we played the other day, they added a like higher matchmaking tier. And so if you make it in the top 5, you get put into that higher tier
that Apex
matchmaking.
Elite.
Yeah, Apex Elite.
Yeah.
And that you want to talk about sweaty?
sweet. Keep them far, far away from me.
Yeah. But I mean, fortunately, that's something like that is a way to get all of these super sweaty people out of general population. Because if you're winning game after game after game, you stay there. Like you get better stuff based on like the streak you're on, staying in Apex Elite. And to stay, you have to be in top 5.
Yeah, so it gives them more of a reward for like playing.
Right.
So people who actually play a shit ton of Apex Legends, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of stuff for the player base they
I mean,
have.
I've said this before. Make your game as hardcore as possible. You want the sweaties.
Yeah, they're adding a competitive mode in season 2. I want to say.
Dang,
Exactly. Make it sweatier.
Yeah,
The sweaty games keep people.
yeah, that's true.
I think the top tier is Apex Predator.
All right, so the next day, the following day, Sunday, was Xbox's press conference, and they had the most games, but
As usual.
Yeah.
yeah,
Here's all the games you can get everywhere.
honestly,
this
You
is the
can't
first
say
time
we
they
don't have
actually-
games ever again. We're showing them all.
Yeah.
They
They
had
dropped
the-
like 14 exclusives.
Yeah.
Not all of them were banger, but
yeah, they
It's a little
dropped
something.
a lot of Xbox first party titles.
Yeah.
A lot of them are games I'm not going to play straight up, but I mean, they did highlight some of their
so.
services, and they did show some games.
yeah.
So overall, I felt like up until like Devolver and Square, I felt like this E3 was really weak. So that's including everything in EA. Like for the first day of E3 for that EA and just those 2 news things.
I was
Of,
literally asleep.
Yeah.
Like literally.
I mean, I watched it live, but I was like
I didn't watch it. I just watched what I thought was cool.
very underwhelming. But Xbox was the next conference, and the big story to come out of that was Project Scarlet is happening holiday 2020.
Mm-hmm.
The specs are extremely similar to what they've already said about the PS5.
Yeah.
Of course.
So ray tracing, SSDs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It's
like
going to
what-
have a disk drive, which
Hey.
was up in the air, but you know.
It's like what we were talking. What was the conversation around the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X and all that? It was the fact that we're just going to get these hardware upgrades.
Yeah.
The architecture is going to stay the same. We keep our stuff and just up the hardware.
Yeah. So, and I mean, this is just more so setting up. It's the same way that when they announced Project Scorpio, that it was next year we're going to do this, and it's going to be a big shift, and there was a big shift. So now they're saying Project Scarlet, they've put a name on it. Now they can publicly talk about, oh, our Project Scarlet machines, and that'll be good enough
Yeah.
of a descriptor of what they're talking about without them having to actually say the name of the new Xbox.
The next box.
Yeah.
The Xbox 2, and then they just keep making Xboxes every year until they get to
It's going to be the Xbox Infinite.
359. And then they just stop.
That's actually
Are we gonna be
like
alive
the
that long?
Mayan calendar. That is the end of the world.
The Xbox 359.
So is that the true apocalyptic calendar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
This the true end time.
Xbox's naming conventions. So the interesting thing about Scarlet is Halo Infinite has been confirmed as a launch title for that system. And the trailer they showed, the whole time I was thinking Chief would pick up a letter and it would have a Smash logo on it. The entire time. The way that trailer went down. I'm like, is Chief going to be in Smash? Because, like, you really got, like, older Master Chief vibes. Like, you got, like,
I mean,
Halo 2,
it
Halo
should
3.
After, like, what happened at the end of Halo 5.
Yeah.
What happened at the end of Halo 5?
We don't...
Heel turn. That's what happened. A heel turn.
But, yeah, the entire Infinite trailer was just me thinking, Chief's about to be in Smash. I'm like, this is great. And then they're like, oh, no, it's just Halo Infinite. I'm like,
I thought it was dope.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool, but first impressions of that was Smash reveal.
I'm not sure. I don't feel like 343 is really hit with the Halo franchise.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
I'm,
to be real,
I'm super neutral on it.
Like,
super
I've played them,
optimistic.
and it's just like, they've only felt all right at best.
Yeah.
I mean,
5 had good multiplayer.
I'm trying to see. There you go.
Right, yeah. I mean, honestly, Halo multiplayer.
I mean, that kind of
it's
sells
hit
itself,
since-
though.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, like, even that. Like,
No, well, 5 had some cool shit.
that's the thing about it. There's great stuff in there, but I don't know. It just doesn't hit right.
It's not Halo 3 multiplayer, but I mean, a lot of that is the fact that PlayStation's the dominant console this generation.
I mean,
Not everybody's
no,
on
I mean, like,
360
I'm not
playing
even
Halo.
talking about, like, in relationship. I'm talking about, like, gameplay-wise. For some reason, it just, I don't know. It's just not that glue that keeps you there.
I feel like they can figure it out. I'm very hopeful.
I mean,
I'm gonna wait, but I'm very hopeful.
Yeah.
I want it to be good.
We've got over a year till that game, so
Yeah.
Exactly.
We'll see more. Probably see gameplay at E3 next year.
yeah, almost definitely. They may even do like a beta next year around E3.
That'd be dope.
Because I mean, just following like Halo release schedule and how Microsoft does it, I could definitely see a Halo Infinite beta as like they may make you buy another game. You know, do a Crackdown thing.
Oh, that's true.
Don't do a Crackdown thing.
Don't do it.
So the next biggest thing, and honestly, arguably
yeah.
the biggest thing of this press conference, Cyberpunk.
No. Biggest thing of, like,
2070.
E3 in general. Like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. That's, like,
yeah.
top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a holy trinity at E3.
there
right
is
now.
a holy trinity, the black hair meta. It's
Yeah.
so Cyberpunk 2077 showed a new trailer, and it was actually it was the game looks great, story looks great. Like I feel like
no,
this is
it's better. Like, as a guy who reads the genre, it just gets better. The fact that you're called a samurai is like, oh yeah, drive it.
Yeah. And I mean, if anybody hasn't seen that trailer, that, like, if you have capabilities of watching it in 4K, that is one of the trailers of E3. That is, just go watch it. It's a treat, like, it's a sensory treat to experience this trailer.
And it's also going to make you sad we're never going to get another Blade Runner movie. Because I just need
We
more...
could get the Cyberpunk movie with Keanu Reeves. So the big reveal
with gameplay.
of this is Keanu Reeves is going to be a character in the Cyberpunk universe now. Just straight up, I hope his name in the game is Keanu. Like, because he's been doing a lot of Keanu Reeves as himself.
His name should be one.
We could just call him Neo for the like. We could call him a lot of his characters for the rest of time. But I'm just really hoping Cyberpunk goes
John
as far as Keanu Reeves as himself. And the interesting about it, it's launching April 16th. So like, somewhat in a safe-ish period, because
It's not going to be pure suffering. It's enough time to finish, like, the other backlog.
Yeah.
The
No, it's
ever-expanding
not.
backlog.
no, it's not.
With that attitude.
It's not, but it'll easily take over anything.
My attitude
Yeah.
is
Top of the
realism in
list
that
once
one.
game
We got
comes
enough
out.
time.
Yeah.
Got enough time.
So the next thing, and I don't think this particularly appeals to any of us, is the game that I'll play. is Gears 5.
Actually,
Actually,
I'm kind of about that.
that new
I
game mode
played
Escape
Gears of War
looks
1
dope.
through 3.
Like, it was
Yeah.
one of those things where it's like, it's just that Gear 4 didn't hit.
Yeah.
Right, but
This
no,
looks like it's gonna
Judgment didn't hit, and then 4
I forgot
didn't
about
hit.
Judgment.
And then the thing,
always that one.
here's the problem with Gears. Gears 3, holy shit, everybody loves Gears 3.
Gears 3 is the shit.
But-
Gears 3, if they just left it there, we would be okay with that.
And then, like, just straight up Gears 4 was what Gears 5 is this much later. Like, because in between that, there was Judgment. Then there was Gears 4. And there's going to be the Gears Funko Pop game coming soon.
It's a phone game.
It'll be on Xbox One as well.
Will
And
it?
PC. Yes.
I've only seen it say it was released on iOS and Android.
It may be coming to those first, but I know last year they definitely talked about that game coming to Xbox One.
Whatever. It's a cute game for other people.
It is. And I mean, I could see it being fun. Like, you
Yeah.
know, World of Final Fantasy is fun for a different reason than
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VIII will be. Spoilers. But, so Gears 5 coming to Xbox Game Pass day 1, which will be September 10th.
I like the enemy designs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's finally a little bit creepy again.
Yeah. That was one of the things from last year. They said it's going to have like a Night in the Woods vibe. And I'm like, I could see that with like chainsaw guns being really like, that's put me in a horror movie with a Lancer. And I think I'd be okay. Like, I think that could be a good enough situation that it'd be fun. It'd be a fun time.
It'd be a fun time.
But Xbox Game Pass, they actually expanded it and they added some things to the new service. So they now have Xbox Game Pass for PC as well as just Xbox, or you can do Xbox Game Pass Unlimited, which is $15 a month. It gives you access to the PC Game Pass, which I didn't see anything on there that I really want to play except Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm
I-
already paying for Game Pass and Gold, so if I do this, I'll just get PC Game Pass for free. So that's appealing just for me.
I mean, that's just dope.
Yeah. Monster Hunter World is on it. Like, Game Pass is a really good service, and I'm mad like Ubisoft tried to do something, but it's more expensive than this, and it's only on PC, and it's only for old Ubisoft games.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, like, when it comes to stuff like that, like, Uplay is garbage, has been garbage, and continues to be garbage. So it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not surprised.
Gotta get that Uplay Plus.
No. Don't get
Why would I want to add garbage to garbage?
That's like getting a subscription service that only has bad TV shows. That's like getting the
was a
Jersey
joke.
Shore subscription service.
Imagine just
That's
having
a thing.
Imagine having 30 channels.
I would actually
don't
watch
want
that.
Imagine having 30 channels, but they're all TV One.
Oh, damn.
I felt that for Ubisoft like shit.
Ubisoft, we don't care.
But so for Game Pass, what did you guys think about the particular games that they showed for being on Game Pass? Or what did you guys think about the fact that, because they've always, like, I think I've talked about this pretty recently about the fact that I have Game Pass on Xbox and I can go on my PC and play Gears 4 for free right now. I have Game Pass and I can do Forza at 4K on my PC. Like,
They're not all like the games that are on Xbox and Game Pass and the games that are on PC's Game Pass. They're not interchangeable, right?
So Xbox, the Play Anywhere titles are, and the only exception for that so far is Master Chief Collection.
Oh.
So like all of Xbox One Game Studios games that like are launched day and date on PC and Xbox.
Yeah.
Because I have Game Pass, straight up on PC I could play Crackdown 3 if I wanted to right now, which I don't.
Yeah.
But it's a possibility.
Yeah, the thing about it is, I'm kind of tired of subscription services, so I'd rather just kind of buy those games.
Honestly, like that's the thing. It's $15 a month, and this seems similar to EA like Origin Access that they have on Xbox. And it was literally they charged me like I want to say that was even $5 a month, which is significantly cheaper than the Ubisoft one. But the thing about that one, I played Skate 3 on it. That's the only reason I had it. And then it literally charged me more, like, I think it charged me $10. I'm like, screw this, I'm canceling this, and I'm just going to go buy Skate 3. And I mean, for Ubisoft games, that seems to be the better option. Because you can get Ubisoft games from 2 years ago that are still of really high quality for a really cheap price, especially if you're playing physical.
Yeah, and then also when it comes to buying games on PC, I habitually go to Steam. I mean, it opens up every time I turn on my computer for that reason. So it's like some of these games, like Wargroove, I want to play. That looks like a good time. But I'm just going to get it off of Steam.
Well, the good thing about the Game Pass on PC, this doesn't look like... I mean, I have like a Discord subscription service and stuff like that on, and I mean, that's just kind of like an extra thing. Like Twitch Prime, I get those extra games.
Yeah, you're not here for that. You're here for something else, but this is some nice whipped cream on the top of that pie.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to Reach on PC. I'm like super stoked for that. That's...
Yeah, sign me up for that shit.
Yeah, and I mean...
Oh, that was a good time.
It's gonna
Armor
be...
locking to make people so angry. Classic.
That campaign, man. I can't wait. Let me play that campaign in 4K. Let me do it. But the next thing, Xbox, and we're covering the conferences in chronological order, but the announcements 100% aren't. I kind of just ordered them of like, I'm scrolling through these breakdowns, and some of them had them sorted by significance, and then I did some rearranging as far as our interest.
I mean, it'd be what it be.
Yeah. So Xbox Elite controller, the Series 2 is coming out, and it's going to be $180. It's going to have a 40-hour battery life, and I just wish PlayStation would do this.
I mean, yeah, the controller looks next
Yeah.
level.
Would you get this controller?
If I religiously played on Xbox, yeah, I'd invest in this.
I'm thinking about
I'm
it
thinking
for
about
a
buying one for
PC.
PC.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
like
that's true too.
that
I
is a
use Xbox for
baller
PC.
controller.
Like, that is just that's a nice quality controller.
That's
like,
a controller that will stand the test. That
Yeah.
is a
I mean, change anything to make like all of it comfortable
Yeah.
for you. Yeah, like
make it the perfect controller for your hands.
The
Like
most ergonomic thing possible.
I could just make the stick taller. My thumb doesn't have to work that hard.
well, taller sticks gives you better accuracy for sniping. That's why people actually do taller sticks.
I'm just
Yeah.
thinking like my giant hands really.
And I
love
mean
the
that
fact I
that's
can
a
change this
giant.
controller.
That is a hefty controller. Like
Yeah.
it. And
I mean,
then it's-
Xbox controllers have always been the best for me.
Yeah.
The most comfortable.
The Duke.
Yeah, the Duke
The
for
Duke.
sure goes down as my favorite controller.
I will say I do have love for the 360 controller. That,
Mhm.
but that's probably, I don't know if my hands were adjusted forward or the controller got adjusted to my hands after what, thousands upon thousands of hours. I don't know.
I've gotten used to the tiny buttons on the Vita. Like your hands, if you're playing games on something, it doesn't matter. It could have the worst ergonomics, and you'll get used to it.
Yeah, I know.
The
but it's like-
DS is not an ergonomic.
yes, but the thing is about it, I would feel it afterwards. I would feel the lack of ergonomics in it. But with that 360 controller, it was like, yeah, I can beat all of the Tales of Vesperia in one sitting with this bad boy.
That's true.
All
Which I
right.
couldn't because, sleep.
So one of the biggest games they showed at the show was Elden Ring, the From Software and George R.R. Martin
I'm
collaboration.
about that because they added horseback riding.
Yeah.
Like, they're
I mean-
opening it up.
Well, it's
Yeah.
actually an RPG with actual NPCs
JoJo's
that
Part 7,
say
where you
more
at?
than just like the world is dying or whatever.
I mean, yeah.
But
that's
Sekiro
cool.
also has that. Sekiro has a story.
Yeah.
Sekiro isn't like some abstract bullshit. Sekiro is
See, the
you're
thing with
this
Dark
guy.
Souls, it's not that the story is abstract. It's the fact that its story has pretty much already happened. You're kind of just like,
in the aftermath.
yeah. That's the thing about Dark Souls. You're at the end of the cycle. It's like everything important has already happened.
Yeah, and
You're
you gotta
kind of
deal
just
with the
dealing with
consequences.
what remains. Same thing with Bloodborne.
I feel like that dude just walked into the wrong town on the wrong night, and that's the whole story of Bloodborne.
No, it's all intentional.
Is it? He walks into the town on the hunt, the night of the hunt, and then he gets to deal with
It's
it.
a sundown town.
He's a hunter, so I mean, he's there to hunt shit.
Fair enough.
Feels good. We purging tonight.
Them goddamn Plaza Boys.
All right, so I mean that game looks good. I'd really love to see a deeper dive into it. TGS is coming up. I could see like From Software always has a bigger presence at TGS than they do at E3.
Did you
Like,
say who's helping him then
Yeah,
make the game?
George R. R.
okay,
Martin
I
of Game of Thrones non-finishing fame. That show would have ended better if George R. R. Martin.
See, that's the
That's-
thing about it. They knew the ending.
that's
the
shit
whole
we
problem
already
with that. You know what? I'm not going on this tangent right
Yeah.
now. It's E3.
check out 3-piece set. We discussed it.
All right, so Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
God, this game looks so good.
Yeah, I
mean,
can't wait for
every
the.
Ori looks pretty good.
This
You
is
mean
only
the other
Ori
Ori?
2. The
The
first
other- I
Ori
thought there
needs to
was
come
more
to
than one.
Switch. No.
Oh.
They did a definitive edition of the first one, but like no, it's Ori and the Curse of the
Wait,
whatever.
I thought there was only been one Ori game. I didn't know the second one came out already.
No, the second one is the one they showed at E3.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Yeah.
And it just looks
The Will
Those
of
monsters.
the Wisps.
Ooh, those creature designs are.
it's
Top tier.
ridiculous. The game looks unreasonably good.
Yeah.
it like
That's that Ori signature.
yeah, they do that 2D platformer and like everything. I need to play Ori 1 because I mean I'm sure it's on Game
It's
Pass and
so
I'm
much fun.
sure
It is a good time
Yeah.
because it's that right mix of platformer and Metroidvania.
Ooh.
Like
yeah,
that's the
that's
thing
solid.
about it. It's like we're gonna make a Metroidvania, but instead of making it like really heavy on like swords and guns, we're gonna go double down on the platforming.
That's dope.
That game is good. And somehow people figured out how to beat it backwards.
What?
Yeah. They
Yeah, I
start
mean, it
off with the
seems like
final
one of those
boss and then they
games.
go
it
from
seems
there.
like one of those games.
Oh yeah, this is looking good.
Yeah.
And that's one of the games I'm surprised we didn't get a confirmation it was coming to Switch. The first one. Because
it's
I mean,
Microsoft
that's
Studio,
remained
right?
a Microsoft exclusive.
Yeah.
Cuphead's a Microsoft exclusive. Like
But
that's
they,
the thing.
that took
No,
what 1
I
to
thought
2
that was a
years before
Microsoft
it, like,
publication.
But the first one,
Oh,
or
yeah.
the first Ori,
yeah, I think that was a publication.
yeah, they. So the thing is, Xbox is publishing first-party games other places. So I'm going to skip down a little bit in the list just to talk about this. Minecraft Dungeons is coming out, and that's like a Diablo-like Minecraft game. And I mean, like,
Dungeon crawler looking thing.
yeah, it looks cool. Looks
Yeah.
cool enough. Definitely not Spring 2020. Like Spring 2020 is too stacked. I'm not going to play that. but-
No.
I'm sorry.
I
Cyberpunk
saw-
comes out in April.
I'm an adult.
Like that in April until like mid-June.
March is gonna be
September and
nice.
March are going to kill us. And our wallets.
Look.
Our wallets first. Several
Look,
times
here's the
over.
thing about it. March, so many important things in March. But the thing about it is I'm dropping everything for Cyberpunk.
And
That's
that's midway
just how
through
it
April.
is.
That's yeah.
You're going to drop Animal Crossing?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. He's for real, you guys. Like,
Yes.
Aaron,
Actually-
you're gonna have Animal Crossing right here. You're
No.
gonna have-
Animal Crossing, it's literally, I'm going to play Animal Crossing, and the moment Cyberpunk comes out, the moment it's able to play, done.
I'll talk about this when we go to Animal Crossing, but I'm scared of that game.
it should be.
Get ready for it.
But Minecraft Dungeons is a good example of Microsoft has been publishing their stuff on other platforms straight up.
That's
They published Cuphead because that's a first party game. There were Xbox Live is literally coming to the Switch.
I think Xbox or Nintendo and Xbox are just becoming friends.
But I mean Minecraft Dungeons is
Oh,
coming
yeah.
to PS4. And that's a Xbox Game Studios like
Well,
Xbox first
you
party
know-
game that's coming out on PlayStation.
Maybe
As well as there's going to be a Microsoft logo in
Hey,
the
same with Outer Worlds.
Yeah, I was about to say the Outer Worlds.
maybe
League.
Xbox is just sending something to stop this lover's
See-
quarrel between Xbox and PS4.
See, what Microsoft is doing is they're like, you know what, screw it. Let's get all of our games in front of as many eyes as possible.
Right, they're not making 100% of the revenue like they would on their own platform, but they're making a
Heck,
70%
if you can
revenue
triple your
cut.
sales, you make up the difference.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
Isn't it what they said throughout their entire conference? Play play your favorite game wherever you want to play it.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's why I'm saying I was seriously surprised that the first Ori didn't get announced for Switch yet, because that seems like a game perfect for the Switch.
Yeah.
And Xbox has really they've been agnostic. They've been like, screw it, we're making a game, play it where you want. And I mean,
hey,
you know,
would you rather
kudos
sell?
to them for that. Though.
yeah, it's really cool. Like, we talked about the Elite controller. That's something that's just really great for gamers. They made the accessibility controller last year. That's something that's great for gamers with disabilities. Game Pass Ultimate is something that's great for someone like me who has PC, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and I can run my stuff way better on my PC than I can on my Xbox across the board. And for $15 a month, which is less than I'm currently paying for these services, I can now have all these services plus, like, you're adding, like, these things are just getting more valuable over time. Yeah. Honestly, like these Xbox services. And then additionally with that, completely lost my train of thought. Xbox is doing great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
no.
job.
Oh, no.
You go.
Keep doing what you're doing.
My brain really fucking died. Like, I looked at my computer and it was like, whoop.
I hope you like a lot of information at once.
Yeah.
So, Bleeding Edge is an interesting game. It's a 4v4 brawler developed by Ninja Theory. It looks like if Ninja Theory saw Overwatch and was like, we still got combat experience from DMC, so...
Right. And then make it kind of look like the art style of Borderlands? Ish.
A lot of games, this E3 especially, either looked very Overwatch, very Borderlands, or very Fortnite. And that's just like...
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
I mean, I'm happy with that because also, like, I like seeing some of the other art styles. Like, I like the fact that we're seeing more cel-shaded games, some more...
Yeah.
No, it's not cel-shaded. It's straight up like, oh, this is Borderlands inspired.
Yeah.
It's not even like a...
Oh, yeah.
It's not like an aesthetic... Yeah, Madrid just probably looked it up, and it's...
No, I remember seeing the video for this. I'm like...
It looks interesting.
And that, like, roller derby game...
Edgy as fuck.
That roller derby
the
game
roller
straight
derby
up
game.
looks like Overwatch.
Actually, I take back
Rocket
everything I
League
just said.
with people.
Oh, yeah, Rocket League. Huh?
I take back everything I just said.
Yeah, Jalen just looked it up. So, Microsoft... So that Ninja Theory brawler, it got leaked before E3. It was good to actually see it. I'm actually more interested in it now than I was when I don't even know if we talked about the leak on the podcast because it was just like so much.
Yeah.
It was just a geyser of leaks.
I think all this shit literally started happening after Wednesday.
Oh, well. We're talking about it now. The craziest thing, and so next year we got to go to E3 just so I can be somewhere and watch Xbox's press conference because legitimately the last probably 5+ years I haven't been at my house to watch Xbox's press conference. And it's just like, or I'll miss the beginning and get to my house. Like a couple years ago when I'm like, meet at my house, expected to be at my house 20 minutes before I actually ended up there and we're all just watching it on our phones. Mm-hmm. But I was getting the live tweets because I wasn't at home and... I see Microsoft buys Double Fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm just
They're
like,
stacking up these developers.
what?
Oh, yeah.
Like, they've had some big acquisitions, but legitimately, like, Double Fine is such a weird company, and it's such a, like... It's like when Microsoft bought Rare. It's like, what? This seems like so much more of a, like...
but are they actually going to use them to their fullest potential? Like, Rare kind of got stuck making Connect games for a good minute.
Yeah, but now they're making Sea of Thieves, which is what they wanted to make.
Yeah.
So, and Banjo... We'll get there. But... Yeah. Microsoft buying Double Fine represents to me that, like... This is the most serious acquisition in the sense of, to me, it's like they're buying, like, Ninja Theories. Yeah, that's cool. Senua's Sacrifice, whatever. Like, they bought, who else did they buy? The We Happy Few developer. Can't think of their name. But, like, they bought all these developers that were just kind of like, they did their thing, and those people like them for that thing, and it's cool that those people are going to get more of that type of thing from
Compulsion.
Compulsion. But so they have all of these things, but now, so another game, Psychonauts 2, is in Microsoft Studios game
They dropped
now,
that trailer.
and it's coming to PS4.
Huh.
So
My
this
thing
is
about
just more
Double Fine
of-
though is that Double Fine's still running highly off of nostalgia. Like Broken Age was fun, but I don't know where that point and click genre is at right now. And
I think it's in a good place. I feel like it's in a place where it can have a serious renaissance. And I mean, it somewhat had it quietly. A lot of that was because of Double Fine. Like, the people who wanted those games are going to go, like, the people who they bought the Baldur's Gate people, can't remember their name either.
Baldur's Gate 3, my body is ready.
So they're buying studios like this, and then they're just like, here's money to do what you've already been doing. And I mean, for people that follow it.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, I felt like buying, if it wasn't for, like, Psychonauts 2, which I'm thoroughly excited for because the original Psychonauts is amazing.
I need to play that
And if you
the
ever
VR
want to
one.
go
I'm gonna go
vegan,
re-download it.
play Psychonauts. Psychonauts will convince you to go vegan. I guarantee it. For like 20 minutes, though.
Yeah.
I'll test
That's
that.
every day.
I'll test.
That's every day.
Because as a person who's like, every time I've even remotely had the thought of going vegan, like, my soul burned a little bit. Like, we'll see.
Does your soul still burn?
I've never thought, I could never think about, whatever, that doesn't matter. Veganism is weird.
You're a hater.
I am. Yeah, it's whatever.
That's cool.
All right, so Phantasy Star Online 2 is finally coming west. Like, finally, this is like a PS2 game, and it's finally coming west, spring 2020, and it's going to be free to play.
Yeah.
So
But Shadowbringers.
Yeah, that's what I saw that and I was
it's
like,
not coming to Xbox.
oh, that's cool.
So for Xbox players,
But Shadowbringers.
But yeah.
Shadowbringers.
Yeah.
Shadowbringers.
Shadowbringers.
Mm-hmm.
so speaking of PC dork things to play, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
I'm not gonna lie, I flipped my shit when I saw this. I haven't played that since 2006, and they're redoing a flight simulator.
And this shit looks like photorealistic.
Yo, they
I'm
like
just saying.
they're using like satellite imagery to like
And
make
AI.
this game to like have the cities as accurate as possible.
So you're really dropping off them birds.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, get a flight stick, full experience.
VR.
for
Throw like an Oculus. Look, I'm saying that's the perfect practice before you go into Elite Dangerous. Because your end game is Elite Dangerous. If you want a simulator for VR,
No, the
Elite
the
Dangerous.
real end game is whenever Star Citizen actually comes out. That's the real end game. That is the, like, if you want to live in a video game and like with a VR headset on, using a flight stick,
That's if Star Citizen actually in.
they have too much money. That game's gonna come out.
No, that's if it actually is good. I don't know. It's still a nebulous idea. But
Yeah,
Elite
right.
Dangerous is out.
It's an idea that they have unlimited money and they're just putting it towards this idea and shit's happening.
Hey, I'll wait and see.
I feel like that's the end game of all of this.
But yeah,
fair enough.
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
this is the perfect time.
Get it.
This is the perfect. Get it. Get a stick. Get used to
I'm not
playing
getting
with
a
a flight
flight.
stick.
I'm not
You're
getting
gonna
a
get
flight
VR.
stick.
Yeah, 100%. Once I saw that, I was like, I'm going to put this on my PC, get a flight stick, and I'm immersed for hours. Like Sky Odyssey when I was playing it on the PlayStation 2.
Look, the thing about it is
2006
simulation
Flight
games,
Simulator,
you want to get
yes.
as real as possible. That's the thing
Yeah.
about it. They get better the more realistic you get. All those racing sims with the actual wheel and pedals.
Dope.
Real quick, we're not talking about this game at all, but did you play Ace Combat 7?
Yes.
I'll let you borrow a VR headset to do that.
Cool.
All right.
Love that stick talk.
So, Chris, you had two games that came up. They had an ID at Xbox indie game sizzle reel that
Are we not talking about Blair Witch?
well, the three games that Chris wants to talk about. Since he wants to
I'll
make
make it
this
fast.
long
I'll make it
ass
fast.
list longer,
I'll make them real fast. Okay.
12 minutes.
12 minutes. You are in a psychological thriller that you play a man from an up view into like a 1-bedroom apartment where his life is looping in 12 minutes. You have to figure out what you did, what your wife did. Something happened and people are trying to find you, and it's ridiculous. I want it.
So it's spoopy.
It's
Spoopy.
It's more of like a not scary, but
Thrilling?
It's thrilling. Yeah, because you're trying to figure out
Like
what's
a good
going
murder
on.
mystery.
Yeah, it's dope.
Okay.
And
Way of the Woods. Next game.
Way of the Woods looks like it has.
I'm actually about that.
Here.
Yeah, it looks so beautiful. I mean, that game and the dude
You're playing as a deer.
you're playing as a deer trying to take your
Nay.
fawn.
In a nice art style. The art
Nay,
style.
you're-
This is from the perspective of a deer.
Yes,
You are a deer.
with your child,
With the fawn.
fawn, whatever.
Kid.
And you were.
Are there
trying
any
to-
headlights?
It's
Your horns are the
Oh, that'd be
headlights.
so
Yeah, your
fucking
horns
Antlers are the headlights.
but
Don't
That's
give
the
away
final boss.
Yeah, don't give away the ending
You
of
can't
of the
move.
game.
But it's a post-apocalyptic.
Final boss.
Humans aren't alive anymore. So
Okay.
you are trying to find your way through the city to go like this afterworld city to find your way back home, and you go through the most beautiful center. It's like a journey style game where it takes you through this experience.
Okay.
With a really
Yeah.
nice
With-
art style.
And he said he had so many composers and like people with music on the soundtrack of like Way of the Woods, so he hasn't mentioned who's on it, but he said the soundtrack to this game is about to be.
This is a smart ass
level.
deer. BT Dubs.
Yeah, you're watching the trailer. The game looks beautiful. And if
Last
you-
game. Blair Witch.
Blair Witch. Okay, if you liked Outlast and you love 90s,
I thought it was
horror
going to be Outlast. I'm like,
Yeah, for
straight
sure.
up. That trailer was like,
if you are
Outlast 3? Question mark?
right, if you are the biggest Outlast fan and you love 90s horror, then Blair Witch is your game, because that's literally what it is. You're playing a police officer with a dog who may or may not die.
No. The
Can you-
dog's gonna outlive you.
Can you pet the dog?
The dog was just there, and then I heard it yelp, and you never saw the dog again, which makes
Because
You
that
can't
dog
pet
was
that.
like warning you.
I felt
Yeah.
really bad / good for the dogs at E3 because everybody loved all the dogs at E3, but there was that dog that died, and then the dog that in the Ghostwire Tokyo when all the people disappeared and the dog's just like
I was like
sniffing some
"No."
clothes. I was like, no, poor
I
dog.
didn't need to see that. Okay, but yeah, those 3 games are for sure like your indie games, and you should give your indie games a shout out and give them a try.
Yo, shouts out to indie games.
They had a lot of them in Xbox, but I feel like these were the 3 that
Yeah.
deserve the mention.
ID at Xbox games.
Actually, and Sky.
Oh,
I didn't know Sky was in that.
I
That's
didn't see-
crazy.
wait, was Sky,
Was Sky
in
in
the? No, Sky wasn't in it.
Okay.
hold on.
We're doing really good on time for what this is. So real quick, we can talk about Sky. Sky is the new game from that game company who did Flow Flower Journey. Yeah, just Flow Flower and Journey. And it's coming to iOS. This is alcohol.
Excuse you.
Thank you.
It's coming to iOS. Coming to
iOS.
consoles.
It's coming to consoles. It really looks like
It
in
looks
the same
great.
vein.
One of the character designs look like it's straight out of Wind Waker. I'll find a picture. I will find the picture tonight.
Yeah, the art style of that game is absolutely beautiful.
Do it side by side in the Discord.
Got it.
All right.
If I have internet.
But yeah,
Fuck you, Comcast.
All right. So moving on to the next press conference, it was Bethesda. And Bethesda had some high highs and some low.
Can I get that bottle opener? I'm getting a little tired.
By high highs, I mean the stuff we were already hyped for, in the low lows.
No, I didn't know shit about it. I was not hyped for Tango Games' next game. And Ghostwire Tokyo is real high on that anticipation.
Oh, no. That was the second part of our Trinity appearing out of
Yes.
fucking nowhere.
So Keanu Reeves is the first part of this holy E3 Trinity. The second part of the holy E3 Trinity, I typed her name out, is Ikumi Nakamura.
yeah,
Ikumi Nakamura.
she was the greatest.
It's
host.
called being happy.
Yeah,
It's so
she
nice.
just And she's a creator of Evil Within. I have so much respect for
She
her.
has Okami background,
She
Bayonetta
was like the
background.
art director on Bayonetta, Okami.
It's just
There's a
like
picture of
heat,
her sitting-
Heat.
Right.
Yes. And then the fact she was so enthusiastic. She's creative director of this game, and just the enthusiasm she had about, like, I didn't expect to see a weeb-ass weeb game at Bethesda. I'm gonna keep it real.
Was it? I wouldn't say weeby.
There was a fucking...
Dog, wait.
There were Oni masks in the trailer. Like,
Well,
Did you
that-
not watch
I-
that trailer?
my
I watched
super-
that trailer, but
my
does
spicy
weeb just
hot
mean
take-
anything from Japan?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was just like anime exclusive.
My
Yeah,
spicy
I-
hot take is Ghostwire Tokyo is going to be better than Death Stranding.
You said that at press start, and I was like, ugh,
Here's the
I
thing
agree
about
with
it,
you.
though. One is some weird interactive movie made by a madman, and the other one's a video game.
Here
Yeah.
are my kinks.
right. Here's...
Here are my
It's either
kinks.
Kojima highlighting his fetishes, or...
With his
like-
favorite actors. That's the thing about it. He has his favorite actors and actresses acting out his
I
weird...
think all these people are sexy, and here are my kinks.
Right.
Look, let's just put it this way. Mads Mikkelsen's character didn't originally smoke until he saw Mads Mikkelsen smoking on a smoke break. It's like, yeah, I gotta do that now.
Bambi 3, this time it's personal.
It was a good call.
At Way of the Woods. But yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo was probably like... I'm good. Was, for me personally, like an extreme highlight. Going into the Bethesda conference, I was talking on the Discord, and everyone's like, what Bethesda games have you
I only
liked?
cared about one. Before Ghostwire Tokyo, there was only one thing I cared about.
What?
Doom Eternal.
But yeah.
Because Doom. Like,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only game I
I
previously
mean, that's a
liked from
given.
Bethesda, because I went through their whole thing, and the only game that I like played and liked was Doom.
it's literally, I got the type of thing that I would want, just not enough of it for Bethesda. It's like, I came with something I wanted, Doom. I
I
got
was-
something I didn't know I wanted.
I was hoping for a
Ghostwire.
weed game. Oh, not a weed game. A weed game. With Khalifa's weed.
Tell 'em how you really
Available
feel.
now on iOS.
We did say we were rolling out.
But I was hoping for a weeb game this entire thing. And the last place I thought the first weeb game would show up. Because, I mean, they had Dragon Ball at Xbox, but, like... Are you... No,
Wasn't
Madrid,
really
I need to ask you.
How do I feel about that game?
Are you tired of playing the story of Goku yet?
Bruh. Bruh, like...
Looks at the camera.
I'm so over Dragon Ball Z and like
Look,
everything.
We
Like
played the Ghost
all the way, you're gonna play from Dragon Ball Z up until you beat Frieza on Namek. That's it. That is
That's
the whole
worse
game.
than Saga that came out in what, like
It's.
2004.
I will say this: that game is probably gonna be pretty promising
I mean,
Probably.
because it's a
Mechanically,
Goku.
it looks cool. The
it's a
flying
Goku
looks cool.
RPG,
Like, everything about it. But it's just like...
reminiscent of like the Game Boy Advance versions.
Yeah,
So
but fuck, dude.
yeah, I don't.
Again?
I'm not gonna.
Out of all
I'm
the
not.
anime games we could have got.
Out of all of them.
there's so
All
much.
of them.
So many of them.
I'm gonna be playing Iceborne still. Like, I don't give-
Dragon
I don't
Ball
give a
Z
fuck.
makes money.
It does. But
Yes.
They're gonna
Ghost-
bleed it until it's dry, like Pokemon.
We'll get to that.
my blood pressure just elevated.
Y'all wildin', bro.
So we talked about
Doesn't matter.
Doom Eternal a little bit. Doom Eternal is coming November 22nd.
Those new
on
enemies.
all consoles.
PC, PS4, Stadia. One of the interesting things
Switch,
around
right?
this. Yeah, Switch.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
Say its name. Switch.
rip and tear.
every
That was
time.
the
Like,
dopest opening.
oh my
That
god.
was such a good opening.
And then Doom, like, so that's the great thing about Doom. Like, they show all these gameplay things and they pan a camera and you see the environment and people are, like, getting hit and, like, showing. Doom's just like, no, we're going to show you how you're going to play Doom and you're going to like that shit. Like,
A shotgun and a grappling hook.
yeah. I'm okay.
Wait, you forgot about the strongest weapon the Doomslayer has. These hands. Have you seen the
much.
destruction these hands have caused?
Who would win in a fight, Doom guy or Master Chief?
Fucking Doom guy, hands down.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
He's
think
been-
Doom guy will suplex and pile drive Chief.
Master Chief has
Even
never
though
been
Chief
to
is in
hell
2 tons of
multiple
armor.
times.
Yeah.
Master Chief's never been to hell.
Multiple times.
Yeah, the Flood and the Covenant
Single-handedly.
have nothing
And the-
on what Doom
On
guys do.
Satan.
Right.
On
Just
straight up
whooping
the
ass.
devil.
No, literally, demons in hell fear him. the entirety of hell. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's a problem.
I feel like you sent Master Chief down there with the same tools, he'll come out fine.
They would either
See, that's because
like,
he's no. But here's the thing: you got to remember, Chief is under 2 tons of armor.
Doom guy.
Doom
shit.
Guy, that's not a lot of armor.
It's
He's
like
just in a tank
bound
top and
heads.
some black Air Force Ones. Just ready. He's just like, yo, fuck that bullshit.
And he got on the Payless basketball shorts. The Shaqs
Oh my gosh.
with the black Air Force.
No,
One.
you gotta forget. Master Chief's under Xbox. They just try to be friends.
What?
Master Chief's under Xbox. They just try to be. That's the Xbox motto. We gonna be friends.
Hey man, we on your side. We all want it. We all trying to eat.
Doom's like, I'm
Xbox
gonna
is
kill
buggy.
all of y'all, and it's just
I
gonna
don't
be.
give a fuck.
And I
I
mean-
don't know. I think Doom Guy's literally just prejudiced against demon, and Chief is not a demon.
That's true. He'd be like, I could use that.
It's probably
Yes.
just
Chief would get in his way.
That's true.
That and Doom guy would not stand for that.
Slowing me down. Shotguns him.
BFGs him. This game has the BFG 9000, which is a gun
we took the BFG
that is shooting
and made
from
it
hell.
bigger.
It's just shooting Earth from hell. This game is fucking.
Its software is back.
Yeah.
They're just doing their bullshit again.
This is rock and roll, the fucking video game.
is
I am
heavy
down
metal.
for
Heavy
it.
video
metal.
game.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the heavy metal movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A1 chick. You should play Doom while you still got the primary, Josh. Super short, super quick, super sweet, super violent.
Very metal.
Very,
Look, just
very.
I'm just saying this right now. If an enemy glows orange, do it.
You should stream it on Cheesy Controller.
Yeah, you have. We have
or
the.
whatever.
We have the platform.
We have
for
the
it.
technology.
We have the tools.
So, I'm going to talk about Deathloop before all of us collectively shit on this next game. Deathloop from Arcane Studios.
That looks pretty promising too. I'm not gonna lie.
I-
2 main playable black characters, and they're like the leads.
Hey.
I think because it's called Deathloop, I think you like the game will play out like you find and kill the other one, and then you play as the like. That's how you switch.
Yeah.
And
Either way, dog. I'm
it was just
interested.
a CG trailer, but it. I thought it was Wet too, like keeping it real. Like Wet had some like had
You
some
know,
good ideas.
I'm amazed you remember that game.
I remembered Wet, and I was like, oh yeah, Wet. And I'm like, oh, is this Wet too? And then it's Deathloop. But I mean,
Shit, I never forgot.
you never forget about the Wet. Okay, y'all can't get fucking quiet on me for that.
No, me and
I
Josh
say
are looking at
one
Doom Eternal.
problematic.
Yo, Doom guys fuck these niggas up.
So the last game that I'm going to talk about, because we're not going to talk about Elder Scrolls Online, and we're not going to talk about the
Dragons.
over
The extraordinarily
We're
long
talking about
cinematic
dragons.
That shit was
drag on for so long. For
that
no
drag
reason.
on for no
I
reason.
I was
see
like,
what you
God
did there.
damn, dude, I don't give a fuck.
What
Kill
about
this
that?
dragon
What about
already.
that one guy that just kept screaming?
Yeah, there was one dude that was
He
like
was the hype man.
He-
That's what he was.
he snorted Bethesda brand coke like off his hand during every
This
trailer.
that 76, baby.
Yeah,
Wait,
NPCs.
so you mean just like dust
Oh no, it's terrible.
and disappointment?
It's terrible. It's just absolutely.
It is the
They hit it with
ash.
acetone.
Oh no.
Mixed with broken promises?
Promises.
I think they're gonna keep their promises now.
The damn lisp they got.
In Fallout 76. So they're bringing back NPCs for the Wastelanders update. So Fallout 76 is going to actually somewhat become a Fallout
Why can't
game.
Bethesda be like EA with Anthem and just give up?
Because they put a lot of money into this game, probably.
It
And I
doesn't
mean,
look like it.
Don't forget about the Battle Royale.
yeah, I mean, I have that on here. So Wastelanders, NPCs, and then there's the Nuclear Winter update, which is bringing the Battle Royale. And the game, I don't know if it'll still be free to play by the time you hear this, but it's currently free to play. They got a trial going on.
Don't do it.
And we're not touching that shit with a 10-foot pole. I mean, if you want to jump on that grenade and your like body parts
If you're into
splatter onto a
self-sacrifice,
wall,
Go for it.
in something that I can use for the notes, by all means.
If you have time and you don't want to spend it wisely, this is the place.
Yeah, poor
Wait,
time
I could think of
This is for you.
I could think of plenty of unwise things that are more wise than that.
I would rather watch paint dry.
I don't know. Have you seen Paint Dry 6?
All right, they started reaching with the plot at the end with like that twist when you were actually the paint. But besides that, it was a solid film.
When Waka Flocka showed up, it really
I give it a 3 out of 5, but
the Waka Flocka cameo, next level, hard in the paint.
it's exactly what you imagined.
Hardening the paint. That's
I'd rather watch 2 metapods fight.
God, what episode?
What-
2?
I'm just
That
saying
was
right
that
now.
What that was?
the real fight was Metapod versus Kabuto. No, Kakuna. My bad. Kakuna.
Oh,
Spiky metapod? Oh no, he was smooth metapod.
Angry
Metapod is
Metapod.
spiky metapod.
Ninja
He was
Metapod.
polygonal Metapod. But the next conference, moving on, it was the Devolver conference. And surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, they did a great job again.
The pre-show for the pre-show.
Always does a good.
So what the fuck? Devolver is just what the fuck.
Devolver, their announcements, like the things that I highlighted.
You can
in
save
this-
1% on Devolver Bootleg on Steam.
Yeah. I got Devolver Bootleg on Steam. I'm gonna play that. So they made a collection of like kind of demos, kind of like knockoffs of their own games, and it's called Devolver Bootleg. And I mean, it's like Enter the Gungeon, Downwell, like a bunch of games that I
Hotline Miami.
like.
If you want to have a bootleg version of a great,
Right.
but very, very hard game.
They're like, oh, we're just gonna put out a collection of bootleg versions of games you like. Okay, thanks. Like,
All right.
And you will
Fine.
give us your money.
it was like $4. Like,
All right. This is what we're doing.
What's $4 when you sell 1 million copies?
That's
so if there's one game, well, shit. I almost said if there's one game from the Devolver one, I'd say like definitely go and try like ASAP. It'd be Devolver Bootleg, but Carry On. That's the reverse horror game where you play as like a
the alien?
yeah
The
the like
tentacle monster?
yes
Yeah.
where you play the tentacle monster and it's just like creative. Yeah, Chris, look at this shit. Pixel art like. Completely, they had like kind of like a Muppets type thing, like
Now watch the intro trailer for that. Like a tentacle just pops out of a guy.
yeah, that was it. Rips him in half, and it's just like, yeah, I'm here. But yeah, you're playing. It's a reverse horror game, so you're the monster in the horror game, and it's a beautiful brand of Devolver violent pixel art.
Shout out to Devolver for giving us
Look,
a bunch
Devolver-
of random bullshit.
Devolver is literally a game development company that's like, you know what? We're going to be this weird, hyper real meme where we're just going to take real life to the nth degree. We think
see it?
E3 is a special form of torture.
You need it. So that's coming 2020. Devolver Bootleg is out now. Messenger. The Picnic Panic DLC is coming July 11th. Is a free update to the Messenger on
Free
Switch,
DLC.
PC, PS4.
And it's on sale right now.
Yeah. So
That E3 sale on Switch is looking pretty lovely.
I might get the Messenger on PS4 just because like I like Devolver's trophy lists are fun. Like they're
Because
that
their games are fun.
yeah, their games are fun, but then it's also the additional layer of they use trophy lists in actual good ways to make you do weird, like crazy, fucked up shit in their games. And I'm down for them trying to have me do weird, crazy, fucked up shit in their games. So
This is what I pay you for, Devolver. Keep doing it.
yep. Speaking of paying, if you really want to pay Devolver some money, or if you own an arcade, Game Master Herb, this is for you. I'm legitimately going to send him this news story. Enter the Gungeon is making an
Arcade cabinet.
like
an actual, like...
arcade cabinet
It's
of
a
Enter the Gungeon.
Devolver ripoff of House of the Dead.
Yeah, I was thinking Time Crisis.
Same genre, but specifically House of the Dead.
Yeah.
Like, this is a...
The
even the
arcade
name of the arcade
I think it,
is
yeah, House of the Gun Dead.
I rest my case. It's a House of the Dead ripoff. but Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah, so bullets have guns.
We've talked
There's a
about
gun.
Enter the
There's
Gungeon.
there's a gun that's a bullet that shoots guns.
Well, all the bullets, the characters are all bullets that have guns that shoot bullets.
But
But
there's a
there's
gun
all-
that's shaped as a bullet that shoots guns.
Are there a lot of Megatron references?
There's a couple. There's some good references in that game, and then weapons have certain synergies. It's a good time.
Nice.
That sounds like a good time.
And I mean,
Heck,
all
you
the
can also pet the
expansions
dog.
are free.
You
can
can
pet the
also
dog?
pet the dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can pet the dog.
Let's shout out the Twitter account, Can You Pet the Dog? And where they just go
Asking the
through,
important questions.
they go through video game history and see if you can pet the dogs. Spoilers, you can't pet the dog in DMC5.
I'm about to follow that.
Yeah, it's a great Twitter account. Definitely go follow that. So the
Good
last game of
civilization.
note that I saw was My Friend Pedro.
Yeah, that's gonna be yeah.
That's a video
That's
game.
a
said
Devolver
about
ass
Devolver
Devolver
doing-
game.
That's a
Producing
Devolver.
some shit. That's what we're talking about.
That's a Devolver ass Devolver game, and like
And they're all Devolver ass Devolver games, but this is a Devolver.
Pretty
ass
much-
Devolver.
This is like the Devolveriest of Devolver that we know of.
And your friend Pedro is a banana, correct?
yes, your friend Pedro is in fact. a
And you
banana.
letting loose a banana clip, correct?
Absolutely.
On a skateboard.
Josh, I feel like if you were to work at a game company, it'd be Devolver Digital. Straight up.
Do they have espresso machines in the break room?
I feel like we would
I'm
all
pretty
work
sure
for
they'll
Devolver.
IV espresso into your body.
Yeah, Devolver don't care. They killed their host of their press conference last year, and then hosted it in her like coma like afterlife thing. This year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one was in
It's
like,
Adult Swim, but more
but
like
a game company.
somehow it's more Adult Swim than Adult Swim.
Because that's the thing
Yeah.
about it. They get to play by a different set of rules. They get
Right,
to do
'cause
like they're
they
like
don't
out of
try-
the box. Their
I don't-
entire thing is we're
I feel
gonna
like they don't
take-
try as hard as Adult Swim.
Yeah, like they are old Adult Swim.
Yeah,
Now.
there we go.
Like
I'm into that. Vintage, the good stuff.
Yeah.
the quality, Devolver Digital for like
and then they know how to perfectly make fun of it.
they know how to make fun
They're
of
just
themselves.
they're aware of themselves.
They're 100%.
That's the thing about it. They're
Yeah.
hyper aware of the industry. They're gonna take all like the weird, like subtle shit the industry tries to do to you, and then overblow that.
What was it, last year's conference where they like made fun of like people who comment on games?
Yeah.
And tell them, why don't you fix this? And then like all you saw was a dude lose his arm because he's working on it and like it falls off or like gets cut off or whatever.
Yep.
That shit was
Someone was ripped in half by the main character of Carry On this year.
Heck, it was like you could pretty much stick your entire arm into this credit card machine.
yeah. Devolver's always puts on a great show.
All right, so Devolver was one of the strongest press conferences.
As always.
I started feeling the E3 magic during it. And if the E3 magic left my body again during E3, it was because of our next conference. Good old Ubisoft, ubiquitous software.
Good word. Software.
Snorlax use yawn.
So
I don't
they
think I
opened.
actually watched this one. I'm sorry.
I watched it.
I watched it.
I watched it on my phone while I was out at a bookstore.
So
Did you get anything good?
I got the manga book.
Hey.
How to draw your manga.
Yeah.
So Watch Dogs Legion was what they opened the show with, and it lets you play as
That
any.
old woman is the best
I will
thing
say
about it.
that game looks promising.
Yeah,
as fuck.
I only this.
I don't believe them, but I
Ubisoft
would
was
like
a
to
very
see it.
long conference. This is a very short list of notes for Ubisoft. I pulled out like Watch Dogs Legion looks promising. If it weren't coming out the same week as Final Fantasy VII Remake,
Midgar.
Midgar.
episode Midgar.
Episode Midgar.
If it weren't coming out that same exact week, this game would have a chance. Like, it looks interesting, it looks fun, it looks promising. And if like you're not a weeb and you want something that's substantial to play during that time frame of March, I'd say check out Watch Dogs Legion. It looks
I'll try it.
If you're into Ubisoft sandboxes. I will put that stipulation on it.
Yeah, but the interesting thing about this is they've kind of gotten known for their NPCs and like having interesting.
Yeah,
and,
no, like Watch Dogs have always had interesting NPCs.
Well, I mean, Assassin's Creed NPCs. Like, think about that. Like, think about like even
you know those two games are in the same universe, right?
It's much later in time. This
Exactly.
is. I'm surprised we didn't see anybody in an exosuit. Like, we don't have even basic mechs in the Watch Dogs universe. Come on.
Because they went cyberpunk. You don't see mechs in cyberpunk.
There are like cops have mechs. Cops, if a cop showed up in a mech to a cyberpunk fight, no one would question that.
They would just hack
We're
the
talking about
mech.
exosuits, not mechs.
Nobody had an exosuit or a mech or any of that.
They would just hack either.
Because there's guns,
They'd
and you
get
don't
hacked.
want. It's like, ooh, I got an exosuit. Cool, good. And then also, this is a game where it's like the main enemy is of the government are hackers. That's like saying I'm going to show up in a suit of steel armor to a fight against Magneto.
Yeah. Honestly. You had an exosuit, nigga.
You thought.
You thought.
That's why Iron Man's suit has gold in it, non-magnetic.
In it.
In it.
All over it. But, okay, so they show Watch Dogs Legion. First interesting thing, I'd say, if you liked any of the previous Watch Dogs, go check this out. And if you like the concept of every single NPC in the game is a fully, like, animated voice-acted character that you can play as, there is no protagonist to this game.
But
It's
permanent.
literally society versus the man,
The corporate man.
the corporate man.
Take that.
Death
Take that.
drones and shit.
With Death Drone. But
But it's okay. There's an old woman with the yappa.
with the yappa.
What if your goal is to get everybody that you enlist, you get them killed? What if that's your like one goal with this game?
I mean, I'm sure the
They don't
last
need
character.
to know that.
Jim's like, I'm gonna fuck these NPCs up. I'm gonna murder them.
Like, damn, that's crazy.
Meat
Look,
grinder.
all I'm saying is I cannot be held accountable for my performance in this game.
All right, so Mythic Quest was the next. Once again, not in order,
You mean
but
the TV
just
show?
the next thing on our list. Yeah, Mythic Quest from Rob McHellery. Whatever. I'm not gonna try and pronounce his.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Mac from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is doing a show.
Oh,
that-
Rob McElhenney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing a show with Ubisoft called Mythic Quest that's going to be Apple TV Plus exclusive. Whatever that is. I was interested in this until they were like, how about you sign up for another subscription service for another show? I'm like, no.
No, the
Stop.
fuck.
I didn't care before
For the
then.
love of
not
God,
gonna
just
let you
stop.
get
And then I was
No.
given the perfect
It
excuse
looked
not
funny.
to care.
It looked funny as hell. Like, that was a show that's one of those.
Yeah, but the thing
He's
about
a
it is the
gamer.
hardest thing for me to do is watch television. That's just watching television isn't my thing.
Having
I'm not about to go out
It's
of my
Always
way.
Sunny was a great background show. It's Always Sunny is one of those like you can put that show
But I have
on.
anime for that.
But even if you were watching the show, it was still good.
I mean, yeah, but it's just like
Yeah.
out of all the other stuff I need to put my time into, other than video games and anime, that's just
Well, I had to bring it up for Josh because I'm like I feel like Josh likes It's Always Sunny and they're literally making a show that is It's Always Sunny, but it's about a video game company instead of a bar.
That works.
It
You
works.
can really apply the same concept to just about every
I mean,
job.
his
Yeah.
ego is larger than the so-called player base of that game.
So, staying on, it's really sad that half of the news I have about Ubisoft is about non-video games things. But Division movie is coming to Netflix. Tom Clancy? Nobody? No.
What's
Look,
the last time Tom Clancy made a movie?
Tom Clancy's dead. First of all.
I mean,
Okay, Tom.
I mean,
Clancy's
did they make a
alright,
movie
but
based off?
Huh?
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, they still use the name.
Yeah, they still, and I mean, Ubisoft owns the name.
Right.
That's why
So when's
it's
the last
Tom
time?
Clancy's
So really,
Division.
they can just, if it's something that he was a part of previously, and they're making something new of it, they can just throw the name Tom Clancy on there.
Well, they got the
They
license
make-
for his name for games.
Yeah, pretty
Well,
much.
no,
So, yeah.
movies too. That's why the Division is
Well,
because
we now know about movies. They never did anything movie-wise
Yeah.
Right.
until
so-
now, so it's kind of like...
that's
Just,
the thing.
just now trying to cancel.
Actually, speaking of Tom Clancy, I thought they were going to drop a spoopy game on us, and it turned out to be just be another Rainbow Six.
No.
Tom Clancy's
But it's
Rainbow
more
Six.
it's probably going to be at a more traditional like Rainbow Six, not like an online hero shooter. So
Yeah, they announced more Siege shit too.
yeah.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
Siege
they
is
did.
popular.
They updated pretty much all of their
Siege
live
looks
service
pretty
games.
fun.
It
I
kind
have
of is.
Siege.
It's
I will play. Here's my thing. I have a lot of Ubisoft games that I don't play. If anybody wants to play any of these Ubisoft games, I'd be down.
I've been thinking about getting the Siege for a minute because it's like
have
the carry
Siege.
potential in that game is something a lot of hero shooters don't have since a headshot is death.
Yeah, I mean it is the number one esport. Like it beat out Overwatch League. Like Overwatch League second season was doing worse numbers than Rainbow Six's.
Oh no, like Rainbow Six is steadily been growing. But I think it's part of the reason why is because, and this is just a side note, Rainbow Six has a better international presence than Overwatch League.
Yeah,
That's-
well, they're more European, where Overwatch does have a big presence in Asia. But getting back to E3, Just Dance 2020 is coming to Switch, cool, PS4, cool, Xbox One, cool, Stadia, cool, and the motherfucking Nintendo Wii.
Hey,
Not
I'm
Wii
saying
U.
right now,
The
I'm pretty
Wii.
sure it's best selling on the Wii.
Wait, how was
That's a
how does
Wii
Stadia
console game.
get to
Like,
play that game? How do you
It's-
play it on?
You bring up a window of Just Dance, and they've had
You
it.
get the chicken.
Honestly,
you shuck, you might do a little job.
They've changed motion controls. So on consoles with motion controls, you can use motion controls, but on things without motion control, or even on things with motion control, there's an app on your phone now that you
Use your phone for motion
Yeah,
controls.
your phone's a motion control. It has an accelerometer, gyroscope, all that stuff. So Just Dance.
I mean, the FBI has been using it, so why not use it for gaming?
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
For other
shit,
games.
there's no
Jack's Party
argument.
Pack.
God damn it! I knew the government knew when I fell down the stairs the other day.
They had a good. Your FBI agent was dying.
I hit one of those it's like the last 3 stairs, and my foot hits the lip of stair 3, and I
They probably adjusted the stairs. It's like, yo, this will fuck them up.
I mean, they're running the Matrix.
Watchdog.
It's all a simulation.
But how deep in it are we?
I mean, is Cyberpunk out yet?
We're getting there.
Yeah. Are we sure we're not somebody playing? Are we sure we're not the cyberpunk someone's playing right now?
I'd be kind of bored if I was the person playing me.
You're an NPC, Chris.
Who knows?
Fair enough. Like,
Who knows? This
We've
might-
already
this might be
we've
your
all
reprieve.
established that am I an NPC?
See, here's the thing
I don't
about it.
think
You
I'm
gotta
an
think about
NPC.
it. Think about it.
When you
If
work
you have
at
to
Almighty's,
fight
you
something all the
weren't.
time, normalcy will be entertaining. That's why exciting stuff is entertaining to us, because it ain't normal.
I'm a demi boss.
Exactly.
God. If you're not ready, I'm gonna kick your ass.
So speaking of not ready, transitioning over to Square Enix's press conference, which before
Started
Nintendo
off with a bang.
Before Nintendo, it was the strongest press conference at E3 by a mile.
Yo, Square. I'm glad Square delivered for this press conference.
Square really did. Square went hard.
And by them delivering, it was just them milking Final Fantasy VII remake for
Yeah.
July.
Midgar.
But the thing about that was, it was new information. It wasn't it didn't feel like the Watch Dogs gameplay
Oh, no, it was
demo
fine.
where
They
it's
showed
like
us Tifa.
they showed us Tifa. They showed us Marlene. I will protect Marlene with every fiber of Cloud's hair.
That's a lot of protection.
Yeah,
You're gonna protect Aerith?
I didn't say any of that.
Well, actually, it's episode Midgar, so yes.
Yeah, she's,
Yeah. Episode Midgar. Once they finally figure out how they're gonna release that game.
No, it's episodic, because apparently Midgar is supposed to be
Yes, it's
bigger than the
It's episodic.
It's supposed to be Midgar's supposed to be the size of a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
Actually, on our way over here, I'll bring this up, but they were saying
They said how they were gonna do it, but I still don't believe that shit.
yeah, I mean, they're going to put out this first one. It's going to be $60. They're going to put out everyone after that. It's going to be $60. But they're saying that they're going to be able to happen faster now because now they've built their engine, they've built their tools, they've built their characters.
They have the base of the game, like they have the foundation done with the Midgard chapter. But do you believe that shit? No. And it's okay.
Square can milk an engine. To be fair, Square can
milk a lot of things, Advent children.
Prosperity, my brother.
Thanks.
yeah, Square can milk a lot of things, but I feel like Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm just buying the digital deluxe edition, whatever comes with that. Like it comes with themes, it comes with whatever. I'm going to just.
Are you going to get the super? What's that edition called?
The first class edition.
First class edition.
It's probably
I'm just saying
not
that figure looks nice, but also it soft confirms that materia will actually be in that game.
Yeah, no.
They said it. They said
they
it in
show
the
me
demo.
all the materia slots.
Yeah.
So
It's
all the
material.
trailers.
Yeah, but
Oh
wasn't
my
that
god,
shown
that
off
game
right
looks
bef-
fucking good though.
I feel like I saw that first class edition right before E3.
It may have leaked.
That's what.
but-
Yeah, I think they announced it like with the the confirmation at the orchestra.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, I think that's when the collection went live. But that gameplay looks fucking good. Like they showed that boss fight with the Scorpion tank, and it was just
Yeah.
Cloud and Barrett just bros, just fucking going at it. Oh my god, that shit looks good, dog. You got the quick active combat, and then when you charge up the ATB bar, it goes into like a
Like you
like
can
a
slow down. time.
matrix. You can cast magic. You can use your materia. You can
The first class
use
edition.
your Omni Slash.
I was right. It is the first class edition, but it doesn't have anything about materia in this. But it does come with steelbook case, a literal like Play Arts Kai Cloud on his motorcycle figure. It comes with an art book, soundtrack, and some digital goodies. But I was surprised it's the first class edition, but it's $330.
Dun, 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 dun. The music is available live everywhere. Right
Oh
now.
yeah, that was something I didn't put that in the notes, but Square Enix's catalog of music is just now on streaming services.
Good, you can listen to Final Fantasy VI music.
I
Enjoy
downloaded
yourselves.
that whole thing. It's like 3 albums of music.
I do Distant
Perfectly
Worlds.
balanced.
I have
As
a
all things
playlist
should be.
that's just all of Distant Worlds. So that's all the final like it's like orchestral versions of a bunch of different Final Fantasy songs and just like pre-made playlists basically. It's great. But one of the interesting things we actually got this from the Final Fantasy VII Orchestra the day before Square Enix's conference, is that Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out March 3rd, 2020.
Oh, great.
Mark your calendars.
March is just like...
Another game that's going to get dumped 3 weeks in by Cyberpunk.
Stacked.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's happening. Then there's also Final Fantasy VIII Remaster coming later this year. No date.
They found the source code, y'all.
I don't think they found the source code.
Nah, they didn't find it.
Nah, they probably just
They heard us
recreated a Let's
talking
Play.
shit.
They remade... I didn't know this. They remade Kingdom Hearts 1 for the 1.5 collection. They lost the source code to Kingdom Hearts 1. So they just remade that game, like, 1-to-1.
I mean, probably still had like some of the old assets.
No. They had to remake that game.
Why are
The
camera
same
angles
way they're
still
probably going to... They just remade the game as it was. They didn't like...
Oh, y'all want some extra shit? Hell no.
Here goes some 4K visuals. And
0.5?
we're not going to get back on the weeb games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in Square, so we can't avoid
We're
it.
literally talking about Final Fantasy
And 8.
and 8.
So, Final Fantasy 8's coming to modern platforms. My 13 baby died on the vine.
It's
But-
okay. You can fight a T-Rex.
Damn, that's crazy.
I don't think... I don't think 13 is dead though. I don't think 13 is
It's
dead.
probably
in the water.
not. At this
Because-
point, they got everything
Yeah.
else
Question.
out.
Question. Have you finally went back to beat that boss, or you're still waiting for someone to do it for you?
I'm not gonna do it.
I'm gonna just play the game on PS4. I think that's gonna be my solution to that.
So you're just gonna wait.
Yeah. Or I could do it on PC. I booted up that game on PS3, and those 720 visuals on that monitor, I can do better. I can treat myself better than that.
Just don't play it.
Play something else.
Play 8.
I mean, 8, I'm going to get 8 because now it's 7, 8, 9, 10,
Yeah, 9's on sale. I think I'm actually
12.
gonna scoop that.
14, 15, 16 maybe someday.
We just
Hopefully.
need our 1 through 6
Square.
collection.
Hey, Square.
I need it. No. We don't need 16. 1 through 6.
1 through 6.
1 through 6.
Yeah, I'd give 1
16
through
can
6.
come out in fucking 2022. I don't give a damn.
I just don't give a damn. Just give me 1 through 6.
Yeah, I'd trade 16 and my 13 trilogy for a 1 through 6.
We don't
Mainly
want
for 6.
we don't want your 13
And 4.
trilogy. Don't even put that in the equation. That's gonna throw off the balance. They're gonna find a way to make it bad.
Hashtag 13 trilogy.
Hashtag
PS4
2B for
Pro.
Smash.
Hashtag 2B for Smash.
You said it first.
I said it second on the internet.
It's not
In
gonna
general.
happen.
No, legitimately.
No, that
Second
episode re-recorded was way before that. Yes.
Probably true. Yeah.
It was in 2018.
Yeah. So we were the first ones on the internet saying 2B for Smash.
Oh, look at that. We strike again.
Damn.
We
That's
got the
crazy.
red receipts. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is coming to mobile. They announced that, and they said it's coming.
As someone
winter.
who's been playing a lot of mobile games, I'm actually kind of okay with that.
I'm more about this game on PS4 or Switch, honestly.
Yeah, but I'm starting to understand. It's just one of those. One of the great things about the Switch is that it's super convenient,
Yeah.
and your phone is just a more convenient version of that. That's just all it is.
That's real.
It's hard to get more convenient.
All right. So coming up, we're pulling into the station, y'all. 2 more news, and then the final press conference. Nintendo. Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLCs coming winter.
Extra boss fights. Got some new got to play as different characters.
Yeah, that's looking good. And that final gauntlet you get to play as those other characters that you fight with. It's paid DLC too, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it being more than 25.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm down.
Do what you can. Try to make that game better.
I'm gonna try and beat Kingdom Hearts 3 before then because I don't have a lot left.
You're not you're at the end of the game.
Yeah, I know.
Like you can literally finish it in like under 2
One
hours.
sitting, one just sit down.
Under 2 hours. You probably do it in an hour.
Okay. Marvel Avengers. They
I
finally
wish
showed
we
it.
actually got to see gameplay.
There was gameplay in that trailer. They're cuts of every segment that was gameplay.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I want to see actual gameplay. I don't want to see the hidden gameplay. I want especially since we now know it's a live service game. I 100% need gameplay.
Yeah,
I don't know how to feel
They're going to be
about-
adding heroes.
Hence the reason
as
why I need
necessary.
gameplay. They've attached the live service model to it.
Right, live service multiplayer,
not
free content, post-launch support.
Well, we get Marvel Ultimate Alliance
Ooh.
in a month.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure that itch is going to be scratched at least for a while.
I mean, heck, it has. Look, I like the Avengers, but Ultimate Alliance has the
It
X-Men.
has the X-Men.
and
the
Miles.
Defenders. And Miles.
And Miles. And Gwen Stacy, so.
Put a Spider Gwen
And
sticker
T'Challa
on
at
it.
launch.
Oh yeah. Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Quake. Like, it's.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 was not at E3. So we're gonna
Wait.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was.
Ultimate Alliance 3 was
Yeah,
at
yeah.
E3.
Yeah.
Nintendo showed it off
Nintendo.
hardcore.
Yeah,
Oh.
wow.
Like, they even showed gameplay. Like, there was like a 20-minute segment on that bad boy.
Yeah,
Like,
there was a gameplay treehouse today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Look, I'm trying to keep the snowball moving. We like an hour 20.
I'm just showing.
That's
we
Nintendo,
showed
right?
They didn't stop.
And what's next? Nintendo.
Oh look!
What
And
you looking
there's
there?
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Okay.
Transitions.
Isn't it?
Transition.
The snowball rolling. Like rolling is moving, or I'm getting off topic, but I was just real confused with
what's the
switching
snow-
rolling.
The
and like-
meatball,
tabletop
when it
games?
rolled away, was it clean or was that already a meatball you didn't want?
You know, Italians give it 10 seconds, then it's all right.
10-second rule. Holy shit.
It's so spicy.
It's
Y'all
still
revolution.
spicy.
You know what's probably the spices.
This is extra seasoning.
It gives the sauce more flavor.
Damn, I want some meatballs now. I just really thought of like a big, juicy, spicy Italian meatball.
You activated something inside my bloodstream.
Wait.
You're like, it's spicy. I was like, ooh, is it? Is it Italian spicy? Because I could. Animal Crossing.
All right, I
Very
need it.
spicy game.
Animal Crossing New Horizons delayed to March 20th, 2020. Jalen, go off.
All right, see, here's the problem with that. I
What's the
wanted
problem?
it to come out this year so it would not get immediately dropped by Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It is entirely too close to Cyberpunk. By too close, I mean within 6 months of Cyberpunk. That's the problem.
It's like
Cyberpunk will be my game of the year. I'm just saying this now. I don't care. Nothing else matters. And I love
I feel like it's
Animal
gonna
Crossing.
be fine. The thing that is too close to is Final Fantasy VII Remake.
See, that's Final Fantasy's problem.
That's Final Fantasy. I have a problem with this game because I know it's about to take Stardew
Crafting.
Valley.
It has crafting.
We're all
Yeah.
gonna get Animal Crossing.
You're making your
yeah,
own
I get
town.
that. But I am so scared that I'm about to get as addicted to this game that I was to
See,
Stardew Valley.
you say
and
that, but
was
then
a
you act
problem.
like Cyberpunk isn't coming out right afterwards. It's like you
I don't.
There were so many
This is
games I
Chris.
didn't play because Stardew Valley
Yeah.
was in my hand.
I understand that.
Animal Crossing is gonna
But were
steal its
any
lunch.
of them Cyberpunk? See, that's the thing about it.
No?
Exactly.
I don't-
Exactly.
I don't
A
feel like
lot
you're
of them
making
were
a compelling
like God
enough
of
argument.
War.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
I don't. Right, I was about to
Spider-Man.
say I don't feel like you're making a compelling enough argument
Right, I
against
stopped
Animal
playing
Crossing.
people's games
for
of the
Chris.
year to play Stardew Valley.
I understand that. I understand that.
Oh,
I understand that. I mean, crafting, you're pretty much building your own resort.
This Animal Crossing looks fucking
like,
great.
the character customization got
I'm about to go back to
expanded.
New Leaf when I get home.
Like, this is everything.
I have a
The
3DS
multiplayer
now.
even looks better. It's like,
New Leaf.
Okay. Yeah.
it's near perfect.
You can make your characters black now.
Like, actually.
Actually,
Actually black?
yeah.
Actually.
You go.
In New Leaf, you just have to tan as certain months out of the year.
No.
Yeah.
But now, like, everybody
doesn't
looks
last
at
Then
it
you're just
Probably.
white with a skin problem.
Yes.
ambiguously.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
just saying, Animal Crossing,
Drink it in.
great. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna enjoy it,
I'm gonna play the fuck out of it.
and then I'm gonna put it down,
It's gonna
and
be
then I'm
fun.
gonna pick it right back up, and I'm gonna go back to enjoying it. Then I'm gonna put it down.
Who's to say?
Because here's the thing about it. Because here's the thing about Animal Crossing. It has one thing over Cyberpunk. I will be able to play Animal Crossing completely horizontal. That's the thing about it. I won't be able to play Cyberpunk horizontal, but I can play I can play Animal Crossing.
You just gotta put
horizontal.
your mind in Cyberpunk, brother.
all right.
You
I'm
gotta get
like,
that mind.
Jalen. I figure that you'd be someone who could figure out a way to mount your monitor to your ceiling, so you could play it
There's a
horizontal.
possibility. There's
Now,
always
to
something in the back of your
I'm-
mind's like,
what you talking about? I'm about to
"Please
get a
don't
VR
follow me."
headset just to my face.
So you can play Cyberpunk horizontally like that.
I know, but the Quest isn't out yet.
Yes, it is.
Not for me.
You can go to
Not for me.
You can go to GameStop right now.
Yeah, like I said, not for me.
He doesn't
We ain't
have
talking about the rest of the
experience.
world. We're talking about me.
That's true.
All right, so the next game I have on the list is the Breath of the Wild sequel. That when I
That's how they capped the stream. They was just like, oh yeah, we have one more thing. I was like, oh, is it going to be a Metroid Prime trilogy?
I was hoping for it, but then.
But then they like went and broke your kneecap.
when I
And then they
tell
gave
you-
us short-haired Zelda.
They gave us Magic Hand Link Ganondorf. Like, what is going on?
I'm not saying that's Ganon. I'm saying that's Demise. I'm saying this right
I was
now.
about to say,
I want this to
hold
be
your
on
hold your
record.
Eponius. We don't know yet.
I want this to be on record. I'm saying right now it's Demise.
Well, no. What it looks like is so they keep Ganon at bay. Link, the Ganondorf in this one used to be Link. And so they
Yeah,
trapped
he was
him.
the old warrior of light or whatever.
Yeah, the
fuck he's called.
old, like, whatever position Link holds in Breath of the
Warrior
Wild.
of blank.
Hero of Time.
Hero of blank. That's what it is. It depends on what game it is.
Okay, so...
Because at one point he's the hero of trains.
So in this one, Ganon is Link?
Old Link.
Old Link.
Yes.
should finish
Like
like,
Ocarina of Time Link? Or
no.
No, Ocarina
Like-
of Time Link died.
Yeah. Twilight Princess Link?
He's one of them. There's
It-
I mean, that
well,
game was
it-
so
well, it
dark I could
depends
see
on-
him becoming.
Well, no, Zelda's at the... Breath of the Wild's at the far end of the timeline.
Yeah.
Of one of the timelines.
Right.
Is
It
it
doesn't-
Majora's Mask?
It
It's not
doesn't-
the Majora's
no.
Mask timeline.
It actually
It's the
doesn't
Ocarina of Time.
exist in any of the 3 timelines. Just judging by some of like the architecture and stuff in the game,
Well, it's at the end of the timeline. Like, it's at the far, far end.
but we don't know of which one.
Actually, I think it's the... Actually, no. It's the design of the Hero of Time outfit that you get later. It's from the...
Those are all amiibo costumes. Those
No,
are
no, there's-
not canon.
There's a costume in there.
I have all the armor sets, like all the like clothes and stuff you can get. I have all of them, and I know like you can have. They have the Ocarina outfit, they have the Twilight Princess outfit, and they have the Wind Waker outfit. And so I know like for just off of that, those aren't really canon. What'd you find?
Apparently, it's off the Majora's Mask timeline going into Twilight
Oh,
Princess.
damn, that's crazy.
Four Swords, Hyrule Warriors, and then Breath of the Wild all the way down towards the end.
Yeah, so they're saying this game is basically going to have
No, I thought
a
it was...
darker,
Yeah, I thought it was
a darker
the...
tone in general.
Hero wins, but the one where Zelda's timeline after she sends Link back from Ocarina. That was at the end of that timeline.
Yeah,
He's
Ocarina
looking-
is a part of the timeline, but after Ocarina, it splits off into 3
Well,
different timelines.
Yeah, I know, but it's like there's...
He's saying it's not the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Majora's Mask to Twilight Princess to Link's crossbow training. What the fuck that? And then Four Swords and Hyrule Warriors, and then it goes to Breath of the
Hyrule
Wild.
Warriors is canon. I swear to God, Nintendo.
Dog, this game looks dope though. I don't
Yeah,
care.
yo,
I don't
for
care
what-
though.
Breath of the
A
Wild
darker
was
Breath
my
of the Wild.
favorite game of
Son,
the
Look, I'm
year.
just saying, I love the fact that Zelda sequel games tend to be darker. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Like, if you get a direct sequel, we're gonna get dark.
Yeah.
And I'm
Like, hey,
I
remember,
have
Majora's
the
Mask starts off
motivation
with
to
Link
finish.
straight up dying.
I have the motivation to finish
and
like
then he
Breath of the
dies
Wild
and
now.
dies and dies and dies and dies and dies.
Until he can accept the fact that he died.
And
7
he
stages of grief,
transcends.
brother.
Majora's Mask. Look it up. So they actually opened the show showing Dragon Quest
Oh yeah.
Heroes.
No, so they were showing. Damn, did it? No, it literally just started with them showing. Yeah, I guess the Dragon Quest Heroes for Smash, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, it's not Trunks from Dragon Quest 11. And they were
then-
showing his gameplay, and then he started getting his ass beat, and they introduced it was like, oh wait,
There
it's the
are-
rest of us.
Yeah.
So it's
So-
like 3 other of the Dragon Quest heroes. I think the one from like 8 or
Are they?
9.
They're not all separate characters. You can select which
They're
character.
Yeah,
skins.
no,
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
they're like recolors.
First of all, they could have given this dude a name. Straight up, if we got Joker for like Joker's just a
He's got, like,
protagonist.
Well, no,
3
see, but the
different
thing about it
names.
is that he was the protagonist of one game. We're talking about with the Dragon Quest, like, those are from, like, multiple games.
It just makes me mad that you select him on the screen and his name is just Hero.
I mean, the first...
They could
the
have
first,
been. They could have been more creative than that.
I mean, heck, in the original Final Fantasy, the protagonist of that is just called the Warrior of Light.
Link is literally just you. There were a bunch of like up until recently Zelda games. You entered like the first thing they asked you to do was enter your name.
Yeah, but
And you can put in
canonically it was
Link.
still Link.
Yeah.
Technically, before it was canonically Link, it was you.
Whoever you were.
Yeah. So
You gotta wake up, brother. You are the Link.
Ah shit.
The Link to the Past.
See, there's no such thing as a missing link, brother.
what about Link's Adventure? It's been missing.
It's
for
just
so
a link to
long.
the past. That's all that is.
And a Link Between Worlds.
See, then there's also a Link's Awakening.
Oh,
See,
man.
you're awakening yourself, brother, to cell-shaded chibi, pixelated,
I'm ready to get my heart broken in
Smooth.
the adorable art style.
in an adorable art style, getting your heart shattered, brother.
Just it's gonna hurt.
You
Yeah,
gotta unlock
always
those
does.
chambers inside yourself.
For me, what's more important than that game is that amiibo.
And the keychain.
Well, the keychain is not like something that's going to be widely available.
I said it
That,
once,
I
I
got
said
my
it twice.
pre-order in for that amiibo.
The only amiibo I'm gonna try and get is Joker's Smash Brothers.
They
amiibo.
haven't even shown the model for it, so you got. I'll
It
let you
doesn't
know.
matter.
I'm
I'm buying that. I'm gonna pre-order.
The money's
that
already
shit.
been put down, brother.
just
Time
saying.
is just catching up.
Being on this amiibo hunt during E3, the methods I had to go through to pre-order the next wave of amiibos, I will pre-order 2 Joker amiibos, and you can just pay me for one.
Sounds good.
So
Oh, the good thing about this, after this, they showed off Dragon Quest Dragon Quest 11
Dragon Quest 11S plus Echoes of an Elusive Age.
Yeah.
They really
Dragon
square-
Quest 11 Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed this off at the Square press conference as well, but Nintendo showed it again along with this announcement. It was pretty. I was like, it's pretty
Okay.
hype. I was looking for a sword fighter to play with, so
Yeah.
A lot of people
gonna
are
be my
really
guy.
mad because they added another just sword fighting Japanese dude.
who
to the game.
cares?
To Smash?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I saw
internet's
him and
just
I was
gonna be
like,
mad
this
regardless.
Looks exactly
The
like
internet is
something I
always
would
mad.
play. Yeah, you can't please the internet ever.
Saw that thing. It was just like a headline that they cropped, and it's just like gamers are angry, and I was like,
That's true.
we wouldn't have a podcast if there were not controversial truths that needed to be spoken in the
Also,
video game.
this is the closest we're gonna get to Goku and Smash.
Yeah, the one from
I'm okay with that.
Dragon Quest 3, I want to say.
Yeah,
That dude is just straight up Goku.
Yeah, Akira Toriyama. He's gonna Akira Toriyama.
Yeah, there better be a Goku spirit at least.
Eh.
At least.
After all the Gokus I got in Dragon Ball Fighters, I'm kind of done. I'm
and,
kind of all Goku'd out.
and Dragon Ball Kakarot, the RPG. Yeah.
But the other character they showed that's coming to Smash is Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah. They trolled us a little bit first with Duck Hunt.
Yeah, they did.
But it was like, all right.
I mean, we knew it was Banjo with the silhouette, and then they were like, "It's Duck Hunt." But even the host was like, "That didn't look like Duck Hunt silhouette." And I was like, yeah, no shit.
Had a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I got a great gif off of just Donkey Kong and fucking
King K. Rool.
Yeah.
The
It
boys.
just,
The boys.
The boys.
Rare
fuck
boys
out.
are
I was
back.
like, yes. No, that was a great intro to adding a new trailer.
Yeah. And it's like
And-
people were going to be lukewarm about Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
So it's like, here's some shit that's going to get y'all
But then
fucking
also
hyped.
it's like to pay homage to the games themselves and
Yeah.
the company that made them. It's just like yes.
Yeah.
Right, because
Exactly.
Rare, so Nintendo holds Donkey Kong, so which is why, I'm really hoping for Rare Replay on Switch. But Xbox, because they own Rare, they own Banjo and Kazooie. So this, the same way Sony basically owns Joker. Not to the same degree. It's way less on, Joker.
They got him by the mask.
But it's interesting. So we have now all of these third-party characters, and they're literally getting into other platforms, first-party games.
Look,
now.
if this game does not end up being Nintendo versus gaming, I won't be happy.
Dog,
Could
I
be
love
for
Smash. I love Smash Brothers so much.
Yeah.
Shouts out to our Discord and our Smash lobbies. Just shouts out.
Rolling deep.
Rolling deep.
All right, so we're going to talk about Pokemon next time. We
Good.
can't do it.
Okay.
Pokemon Sword and Shield stuff happened at E3.
How much time do we have left?
And
None.
Not enough. Just not enough.
Anton feels
Nessa,
the type of way.
Nessa, I'm thirsty.
That's really the most important thing you
Yeah.
need to know.
That's
Madrid-
the most important thing.
Madrid has found his new video game waifu.
Oh, we
No,
all.
I was streaming the press conference and I was just like, wait, hold on.
What
What is this? Are y'all playing with me right now?
gotta take off
Yeah.
my glasses so I see more clearly.
And then adjust glasses that I took off.
So the last thing that we'll report on for this very special E3 2019 special.
Is Astral Chain? Because they showed gameplay and
So second to
Holy
last thing.
fuck, I need that game right
Astro
now.
Chain looks better every time they put something on
Every
screen.
goddamn
For
time.
everybody who's not watching,
They
the grid
literally
was
had
vibrating.
They literally had the dev fucking like playing the game. It was showing off like the uses of the different legions. You get 5 different legions. And that
Arms Legion. I'm gonna get real buff.
Bruh,
Real fast.
that shit is literally just Basan just floating right next to you like, yo, what's good? On some Shaman
Have you ever
King
wanted
shit.
to turn into Cerebella from Skullgirls? Real quick.
Yeah.
Hands.
Bruh, it's looking like the best parts of Bayonetta, the best parts of Nigger, with like some new shit mixed in with it.
With that futuristic Tokyo.
And I
shit.
think you can create your own character. Because I saw a black cop and I was like, oh shit, and you were playing as him. So.
Alright, I'm down for it.
Oh god, way to sell this game.
So the
even
waifu
harder.
creator, right? How are you gonna sell me on some shit that I was
It's like you're
already
gonna tell me
buy?
I get this waifu builder too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Solid game.
Astral Chain, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
So Witcher 3.
cool. Play it. If
Last
you haven't
thing.
played it somehow, you
It's
can now
coming.
play it on Switch.
It's interesting that this game is able to run on a Switch because when I think of what is the biggest video game you know of,
I feel
my
like the
mind-
Switch
They
is
put it on
actually
one
more
cartridge.
powerful than it.
it's a tablet. It's a Tegra X1 chip. I know how powerful it actually is as far as like CPU clock speeds.
Yeah, no. I mean, like
And
with developers able to flex on it. Like I feel like
I feel like this is more so CD Projekt, and I know they're working with someone else, but I feel like this is more devs showing their prowess than
no.
the
That's my point,
Switch
though. It's like
being-
I'm saying, like the Switch is a better platform for dev flexing than we previously thought, or at
Can it
least
run
I
Doom?
previously thought.
Can it run Doom?
Yeah.
Which Doom? Which?
Yes.
Which?
Yes.
Both them.
Because I'm pretty sure it could run all of them.
All of them.
All of them. Ooh.
We have the technology.
So yeah, if you don't already have The Witcher on any other console, you might as well.
I mean, wasn't it free on PSN at one point?
Yeah.
It was.
No.
I think.
No.
No,
Wasn't
it was on
It
super
wasn't?
sale one time. That's what.
Oh.
I don't feel like
Like
I've
the
ever
complete
paid for that
edition.
game, and I have it.
On PS4?
Yeah.
I
feel
have
like-
it, and I never wanted to ever.
I
play
feel
this
like
game.
I've never paid for that game, and I have it.
All right. Remember, you can follow us all collectively on the internet. Just go to cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. You can follow me on Twitter. I am at Anton6. Chris,
Chef and Chris.
Jalen,
Squid Bishop.
Madrid,
Speedwagon X.
Josh.
I know Jones everywhere.
This has been a Knowitsgood production. Until next time, keep it cheesy. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 99 of the Cheesy
99,
Controller
99.
Podcast.
D9.
The penultimate, except not ultimate, episode before episode 100. We have a jam-packed show for you guys this week. We're going to just be talking about all the crazy news that came out of E3. We're going to be going at a rapid...
Fire up
Clip.
those fryers.
More in your wallets.
Yes,
Mourn them well.
more in your wallets.
Quit your job because that's all you got time for.
Work
No,
three jobs
Work
while
your job now.
simultaneously quitting.
Do what you gotta do to turn a profit.
Joining me as always, we got the mayor of Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano.
Let Resident Evil 6 die.
The most degenerate squid in the ocean,
Look,
Jalen
I'm just saying,
Roberts.
the waifu quality, we've seen a lot. It's good.
Sauce Lord Sama himself.
I'm
Madrid
an Astral Chain Stan account now, so address me as such.
Devon, and the coolest guy on the podcast, Josh Jones.
You're breathtaking.
You are breathtaking. All of you are breathtaking.
What a sweet man.
All right.